This exercise myth is so common that even I believed it myself at one time, and you probably believe it too. So the myth that we're talking about today is the myth that exercise and food are linked together. And just saying that, you might think that that's obviously true, that it's not a myth at all. And that's the same thing that I thought when I first heard that this idea was a myth. I thought, this is dumb. Like, obviously, what you eat and the activity you're doing, they affect each other. If you eat more food, then you need to be more active. If you're more active, then you're going to eat more food. Like, why is that wrong? But here's the thing. So the idea is based in some pretty, sensible logic that has to do around our energy balance. So this is the idea that the amount of food we eat and the amount of energy that we use just doing our normal activities like our heart pumping and digesting our food, as well as living our life and any extra physical activity, exercise that we do on top of that, that these things need to be in a balance. And that we don't want it to be too far tipped one way or too far the other way. We really want these things to even out in the end to keep us at a healthy and stable weight. The problem comes in when we try to manage all of this ourselves. So when we're going around doing this mental math all day that a lot of people do of, well, I had a great workout this morning, so that means that I can have cake after dinner because I have the calories for it. Or if I had cake last night, then that means I have to work out today to burn the calories off and make up for the dessert that I had earlier. And there are a few reasons why this kind of thinking isn't good. So the first one is that our bodies simply don't work like this. It's not simple addition and subtraction. It's way more complex than that. Our body can adjust our metabolism based on what's going on. You can't really come in and keep track of things like that. That's just not how our bodies work. Also, our bodies don't have like a beginning of the day and the end of the day, and like there's a calorie allowance, and if we exercise, we can increase that or whatever. That's not how it works either. It's a fluid thing. It's not like beginning and end. And there might be some days where you eat more energy than your body uses. And there might be other days where you come in at under what your body needs. It kind of balances itself out, but it's not like a strict record every day, like balancing a checkbook, and at the end of the day, it's supposed to come out to zero. Another problem with this is that it's taking us away from listening to our hunger cues. So our hunger cues are the way our body tells us that we are hungry or that we are full. But when we are using our own kind of mental math calculations to determine what we should or shouldn't eat, then we're not honoring those hunger cues. We might eat more because we exercise and we have the calories, or we might not eat when we're hungry because we didn't exercise that way, and so we know that we've had enough because we've done the math. And that's not how it works. So it's really not a good thing to ignore your hunger cues, to bypass them, but unfortunately it's something that a lot of us do every single day, and this is one reason why. Another issue with this mindset is that it can make exercise a form of punishment. So either you ate something and now you have to exercise to pay the price, or you're gonna eat something in the future and you have to exercise ahead of time to kind of make up for that and get you in a good spot for the bad behavior that's coming along. But the truth is that you should be going for a walk, going for a run, lifting weights, going to a yoga class because you love it. You enjoy the activity because it makes you feel strong. It makes your body feel good. It gives you energy. All of these are wonderful reasons to exercise and be physically active, and that's why we should be doing those things. But when you link food and exercise together like this, that's not what's going on. You are punishing yourself. And so when that happens, exercise isn't something that's fun anymore. It's something that you don't want to do, that you avoid doing, that you dread, because it's a form of self-punishment. And that's not what we want at all. Of course, you want to love doing your exercise, and when you do enjoy doing your exercise, you're probably going to do more of it and you're going to feel a lot better because of that. So we really want to see exercise for what it is by itself on its own. And when we tie it to our food, that just can't happen. On the flip side of that, this sort of mentality can also make it less enjoyable to eat less healthy food. So when you do go to a restaurant and you decide that they have some fabulous desserts and you want to order a dessert off the menu, when you have food and exercise linked together, you can take some of that enjoyment away, because a lot of times what happens is even while we are having this delicious dessert, in the back of our minds, we're thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go to the gym tomorrow to make up for this. Or even more common, we are verbalizing this to everyone at the table and telling them, I'm really gonna have to go to the gym tomorrow to make up for this. And so this beautiful, wonderful dessert that you got because you really wanted it and you wanted the experience and it was gonna taste delicious and all these wonderful things, you're not even getting that out of it, you know, because you're already starting to punish and guilt yourself after you've taken the first bite. And side note, this kind of thing can spread across a table. So one person says it, then the other person thinks, oh yeah, I don't want to be a naughty person because I ate a piece of cake, or whatever we tell ourselves about these sorts of things. So I will say that, yeah, you're right, I'm gonna go to the gym too. It's kind of a way of when you're doing something that you perceive as bad or that you think maybe other people are judging you for, to kind of get ahead of that by saying, oh, well, I'm gonna work out tomorrow, so that makes me like a really good person, when really none of these things have anything to do with being a good person. But that's kind of the thing we do. So it becomes this vicious cycle where we're thinking these things of ourselves, but then we're also putting it out there for other people, and everyone's kind of chiming in and perpetuating this idea. And it all seems totally normal. I'm sure you've experienced this and you've probably never really thought anything about it, but look for it now and you'll see it happens a lot, and it's really kind of crazy, but we never notice it because we never take a time to sit back and look at it for what it is. It's something that we consider just so normal and so everyday. So instead of linking food and exercise together, what we really have to do is tease them apart. Now that can be a process, but the first step is watching this video and realizing that this is even a thing. And then from here on out, you can be more aware and notice when these things are happening, when you do it yourself or when other people do them. And once you start to see it, that will help. And then as you go over time, you'll really be able to separate food and exercise from each other and be able to enjoy them for what they are. And I think personally, when I changed my mindset around this stuff, it helped me enjoy food and exercise much more than I ever was able to. It made me much more healthier overall, and just in a way made my whole life much more enjoyable. So that's the big exercise myth. I hope you liked this video, and let me know in the comments if you ever believe this myth. And no shame, go ahead and raise your little hand, because you know, you're in good company. I totally used to believe this myth myself. And let me know too in the comments what you think about this idea overall. And if you are new to my channel and you want more healthy eating tips and nutrition info and healthy recipes, make sure that you subscribe, because eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle really doesn't have to be complicated, and I want to show you how to do it. And if you're loving the free info here, but you're finding that you need something more personalized, don't forget that I do offer one-on-one nutrition sessions. So if you're interested in working with me, just let me know and we can get that set up for you. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.